Hi guys, we're here today. We had some people come in and visit us the other day wanting to look at the fodder barn. They were talking about some of the things that they're planning on doing. And we've done it before where we've sprouted some corn. It took about 10, 11 days. But we were talking about it, and we were talking about, the cost of everything kind of going up and the inflation. Everybody's dealing with it right now. The same way with farming, including in our fodder system, which saves us money. We actually got a phone call the next day after those guys left and telling us that, hey, they were going to have a hard time getting the barley seed, so they wanted to get an order ahead of time. And so it was actually the cost of it was going to go up from like $15 a bag to $20 a bag. So they wanted to prep us, make sure that everything was good. We appreciate them letting us know about that. So we were also like, okay, so what can we do different? After talking to the guys, I was like, well, we've sprouted the corn in the past, but it took 10 days on its own. And we just did it on its own tray. And so I was like, I got to thinking about it. And so what I did is actually put some corn, and we're just talking corn straight out of the bin that we'd feed the deer. We just put it into the fodder system. I'd soak it. I've tried soaking it, and I've tried just putting it in straight. Either way works. Soaking it probably works a little better because it gets it a head start and makes it about 8 days versus 7 days in our system. And actually, you'll see right here, this is actually a bean sprout. There was a bean in there, so that's a little bean sprout there. But you'll also see, like, the corn has sprouted. Well, you say, well, what's this really matter, right? So corn's got a really high starch content, which in turn is going to make it to where this vegetation has got a very high sugar content, and also cheapens up the fodder. So now what I can do is I can add like 30 pounds of corn into 150 pounds of barley and not sacrifice anything, and actually keep our sugar content up and the fodder, and actually get some really good nutrients out of the corn and kind of cheapen the cost up a little bit. Which is what, with the inflation, it was like, well, how can we do things a little differently and save some money? It's something also, and that we were using some sunflowers in our fodder for a while. Would love to do it again, might do it again, depends upon the cost. Right now they went from $15 a bag. Well, we used to buy for 10 or 12 actually. They went to 15, they went to 18, now they're up to like 25, and they're probably going to go even higher due to the fact of the war in Ukraine, because Ukraine is actually one of the biggest producers of sunflowers out there. So that's things that we have to take into consideration. And so we may buy some soybeans and put them in here, not at a very high rate, but just at a little bit lower rate to actually get a really good high protein content into this fodder. And that will help us save a little bit of money, and we can reduce our protein in our feed a little bit if need be, and save some money that way. So that's the way that we kind of look at things. We wanted to kind of give you guys and show you what we were doing and how we're changing things up and what we're kind of doing differently. So if you got any questions, feel free to reach out to us and like us on Facebook and share us and show everybody what we're doing. Talk to y'all later.